Hello, welcome back everybody to Ren Gaming ASMR. Today we are going to be playing ESO, also known as Elder Scrolls Online. This is my character. Her name is Ethereal Womp, and she is going to be a high elf sorcerer. I used to play this game a while ago during COVID on a different account, and I remember I had such a great time. I was a high elf necromancer and I had ESO plus. I've actually gotten quite far in it, but since I have my own PC now and my own accounts to everything's from scratch. So I played a little bit with her, but I'm ready to start adventuring and getting her some cool items. Let me take you up close. So this is how I have her styled. And right now she just has a fire staff, but let's get started. And I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. If you can, take a moment to sit back, relax, maybe do some studying or watch this video, maybe do some homework, maybe just regular work, whatever it is. I hope you're having a great time doing it, and I hope you have a good day so far. I hope this video kind of helps alleviate any stress you may have. What's this? Okay, interesting. Let's kill this troll guy. Longer than anticipated. But it is what it is. Okay, so I didn't get anything cool, which is a slight bummer. I'm sorry, I kind of had to. Well, I mean, I didn't have to, I just wanted to. Okay, but let's go over some of my stats. So, obviously, since I'm only level 4, I don't have much and my equipment is horrible. But we'll slowly get there. I don't even think I've done like a mission yet, or even a side quest or the main quest. So, bear with me. But so far, I have 2 magicka, 1 health, and 0 stamina. Let's look at our advanced stats. And this is what I have going on so far. Eventually, when I get farther in the game, I'll be able to increase a lot of this. I'll even be able to get my mounts. But we'll get there eventually. For my skills, this is what I have so far. I have Crystal Shard, which is a conjure of dark crystals to bombard my enemy. This is going to deal 5040 magic damage. For my next non-ultimate ability, it will cast within 3 seconds, which I think is pretty awesome. We have my Daedric Summoning, which is going to be my number 2. It is Command the Powers of Oblivion to send a Daedric Familiar, which is this guy right here. It's going to send him to fights for me, or fights with me. The Familiar's attack deals is going to be 729 shock damage, which is actually not too shabby. So once he's summoned, I can activate the Familiar's special ability for 3510 magicka. That is going to deal 884 shock damage for every 2 seconds for 20 seconds to enemies near them. And let's go on to Storm Calling. I have my Mage's Fury, which is going to calm down lightning to strike an enemy, dealing 1826 shock damage. If the enemy falls to or below 20% health within 4 seconds of being struck, an explosion deals an additional 6,697 shock damage to them and 1,460 shock damage to other nearby enemies. And let's see, last but not least, I do have my weapon. It's going to be the Destruction Staff, which is focusing all the elemental energies with my staff and blast an enemy for 1,444 flame damage. I could also do 1,444 frost damage and 1,444 shock damage. Of course, since I do have my flame staff, I will only be doing the flame damage. I'm particularly a fan of the flame staffs. I know some people like to do like just have like a healing staff or something else, but since I play this game solo, I like to be prepared for everything. Eventually, when I'm able to have my second hand of a weapon, I'll get my healing staff, but again, I'll get there when I can. Interesting. So if you haven't noticed, we've been finding some dead creatures along the way recently on this little expedition, so I'm quite intrigued to see what has been happening. I'm not quite sure. Also with this game, it's very important to look through as many bookshelves as you can, because you can gain experience points or skills just from the bookshelves, which is very nice. Look at us, just observing. Maybe one day I'll actually read the books and go a little bit more into the lore of ESO and all the other games. This is going to be part of like a Skyrim franchise. If you've never played Skyrim, I highly recommend it. It's quite amazing. I also have to remember I don't have like an unlimited inventory. Oh shoot. Oh, it's a stalker. Does it want to try and kill someone? So anyways, my goal is to try to find a better staff before I go go on to my other side quest. Man, I'm not sure if I should do heavy armor right now. I'm just kind of looking through everything right now. I want to see what I should get rid of later and what I shouldn't. This I want to use for when I'm doing a good side quest or even maybe the main quest. And of course we're going to learn all of our recipes to get them out. And yes, I did steal something. I need to join a few of the guilds as well. It's been such a long time, so I'm not quite sure which ones I wanted to join again. But in the last game, I was being part of a few, and one of them was one of my favorites. Let me actually look and see. Give me one brief moment. Because I want to give you the... Okay, there we go. So, I would really want to be part of the Citric Order again. I really liked that one. And of course, the Dark Brotherhood. I might even want to join the Undaunted again. But the Citric Order is a must. I absolutely love being a part of it. And I feel like I just obtain amazing things with it. Okay, let's keep going and see what's up. Okay, let's kill him. But it seems like we should just do the quest. Of course there's other quests by, but I mean look at it, I barely unlocked this part. So I have so much more exploring to do. See, if I was part of the... Oh my god. I could have just sneak attacked her and... Well then, anyways, moving along. Look at those mushrooms, they are just so fantastic. That's something that I really love about this game, is that it's just so well detailed, in my opinion. I know some people have complained before that the details aren't that good, but I think it's gorgeous. I mean, just look at everything, even the cute little butterflies. I have a bad feeling, but, you know, I kind of like to push things, so let's just do it. looks like there's something. Good stuff. Alright, let's continue on.
Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivec City. Have you been there? It's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. You should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivec. Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected to. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivec City, to help me explain what my ancestors said.
I'm gonna read these parts, so let's go with I can help recount what's happened there.
Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Saint-Denis to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivec City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know that Lord Vivec will want to reward you for assisting me.
I'll meet you in Vivec City.
I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivec City, head directly for Lord Vivec's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned.
You said I could ask you more about the tribunal after we finished your mission.
Of course. As I said, the tribunal consists of our 3 living gods, Vivec, Almalexia, and Sothosil. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule over Dunmere society as god monarchs of the Dark Elves. I serve Vivec, but honor the entire tribunal.
Do all Dark Elves follow the tribunal?
Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer houses bow to the tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never allowed themselves to be assimilated into the great houses. Instead, they hold to primitive superstitions.
Okay, so now let's greet him. We are going to go to Vivec's palace. And I hope something interesting happens there. Really, again, my goal is to get a better staff overall, because this staff just is not cutting it. And if you're not sure what staff I have, let me show you. This is my staff. That's it. It's no bueno. So I don't know if you heard that, but anyways, I have a lot I need to do. Let's see. Let's use this. And I don't even think I want a way shrine. Oh, you have that. Of course not. Okay, so this is going to be a nice little walk. Yeah, I don't have a way shrine over here. There is one over there, but I haven't unlocked it yet. So we are going to walk on a merry way. Let me ping a location so I can ensure that I'm walking in the right direction. Also, look at the sky. Super sick. I could zoom in if I wanted to. So cute. Okay, anyways, off we go. And again, I have 0 for stamina, so this is going to be just an interesting little walk. We'll see what we encounter and what we don't encounter. And wait a second. I think that could also take me to the palace. Let's see. I may be right.
All them fancy families in Vardenfell are always talking to the dead. I tell you, it's all smoke and mirrors. Just trying to put on airs to make themselves look better than the rest of us. Well, enough of that. Where can I take you to?
Where can your strider... Wait, what? Where can you silt strider take me?
We travel to Nisus and Suron, and we know the paths that avoid the worst of the lava flows. Would you care for a ride?
I don't think that's actually anywhere. No. That's over here, and I definitely don't need to go there. So we're just going to walk, which is okay. It's a lovely day outside. Okay, I know I said we're gonna walk, but like a light jog. Oh, and another cool thing about this game is that there's werewolves and vampires. I'll show you a little later on in how you could become one. It's actually super cool. Something that you do have to know is that when you add parts of those modifications to your characters and these limitations that you have to figure out. Let's say you're a vampire. You are going to be shown in certain cities, depending on what's going on. I'm not going to take that. But overall, again, it's just really cool. I also really miss being a necromancer. I had so much fun with it, but you know, things change. And again, I don't have that because it's not on my account. We're here. Okay, let's unlock the way shrine first. Oh my gosh, look, there's so many other little side quests. Look at everybody here. They look dashing, don't they? Okay, let's go back to our main. Oh, I mean, it's not a main quest, but to our quest. Vivec-Divine Conundrum. And if you're ever confused on what quest I'm doing, you can always look to the right hand side of your screen and it'll be showing there as well. Also, I hope I'm not talking soft or too soft. I know this is soft spoken, but I want you to be able to hear me and understand what I'm saying. So again, I'm still new to this ASMR, so if you know, just bear with me. Okay, let's see what it says. Oh wait, no, I started a new mission. Oh gosh. Start a new quest. Okay, we will get to that later. Oh goodness. I see what I did wrong. We're not going to go there. I think, okay, I believe it's in here. Yes. So, I mean, of course I started a new quest, but that's okay. Can I still walk there? Yes, I can. Oh yes, another cool thing is with the sigil you get other like abilities. Oh, it's so awesome. There's one where you can slow down time. Basically, it's amazing. I am so geeked out for this.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of
There it
Tribute.
is. So let's keep going. that's not a foreshadow to something sinister. I'm not quite sure, but I have an eerie feeling about this.
Why am I cursed with such a loss?
Alright, here we go. We're approaching it, and I believe with this one I also get special armor and a staff as well. The armor will look just like what these guys are wearing.
Praise Vivec!
Okay, let's proceed. There
This
he
is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivec, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say,
Look at all
I'll
these
be in
people
my
doing
office
it.
if you need me.
I mean, it's just 2 people, but still.
Step forward, friend of Levoul, and let us speak. Canon Levoul says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander?
What kind of help do you need, Lord Vivec?
I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god?
Of course, Lord Vivec. I can provide a fresh perspective.
Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery.
When I first arrived, I saw a vision of Azura.
The Daedric Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return.
I don't think Archeon Travish wants my help. Also,
The
sorry for my
situation that troubles
pronunciations.
me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed.
What was the ancestor said helpful?
Levoul's
Helpful?
ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe.
Goodness, I can't read
As for the
below
rest,
me.
let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain. I require more information on these matters, hence the need for the divination ritual.
Okay, so you heard we have a lot more we have to do. So onward we go. Right now we have to talk to Connor, Tarvis. So hopefully that goes well. Let's see where he's at. He's definitely not over here. And this is not zooming out. Let me see if I can try again. I'm zooming. Interesting. I see that's over there, but I think I have to take the boat. Well, we'll see. Oh, it's right here. Maybe if I just was a little bit more patient. It's definitely something I need to work on. Oh, first let's look at the books. The Book of Circles. And what do we have over here? The Flames of Vetrifly. Okay, let's speak to him.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivec trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you, but who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work? Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first?
Lord Vivec said he needed to perform a divination ritual.
Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivec. Now listen closely. I hate to repeat myself.
I'm listening.
Despite my objections, Vivec believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the Overseer that Lord Vivec requires the Blessing Stone. Then bring it to me in the palace.
I'll go to the unfinished ziggurat, get the Blessing Stone, and meet you at Vivec's palace.
You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivec, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy arch-canon of a living god or anything.
Goodness, this man has so much sass. It is quite unnecessary if you ask me. But we shall proceed. So what's a Blessing Stone?
Ah, the ignorance of Outlanders. How refreshing. The Blessing Stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivec's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to power the divination ritual.
Can't Vivec perform the ritual without the Blessing Stone?
If you haven't guessed yet, the phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivec's power in unusual ways. It will be safer for everyone if I perform the ritual by using the Blessing Stone instead of drawing on my lord's personal store of energy.
It's a little suspicious if you ask me, but what does Lord Vivec hope to learn from the divination ritual?
Even if I told you, you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivec's senses eclipse those of mere mortals. Suffice it to say, he feels a disturbance in the flow of energy throughout Vardenfell. He seeks to discover the source of that disturbance.
Have I offended you in some manner?
Offend me? You give yourself too much credit. No, I feel the same about all Outlanders. This is tribunal business, best handled by tribunal resources. However, I also obey my Lord Vivec, so I will tolerate your involvement and do my best to aid you.
Vivec mentioned Red Mountain and Daedra. Do you think there's a connection?
Lord Vivec sees signs and portents everywhere. It's the poet at his core. I tend to be much more pragmatic. Sometimes a volcano is simply a volcano, and not a harbinger of doom. As for the Daedra, I have no idea. Perhaps the summoning got out of hand.
Interesting. Quite interesting indeed. Typically, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like speed run these things a lot. However, I want you to all experience the magic of ESO and why this game is so amazing. So I'm gonna take it very slow. Besides working on making my own indie game, I would love, or when I finish my degree, to actually be able to work for Bethesda one day. That is an aspiration of mine, and I really hope it comes to it.
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. I'm just having one of those days.
Archcanon Tavis sent me. I need to borrow your blessing stone.
Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I. But I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters.
But how would you know?
I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea.
Lord Vivec needs the blessing stone to perform a ritual.
Lord Vivec? Well, why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I can turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone.
I'll clear the passage and free your workers on my way to retrieve the stone.
I appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in time.
Okay, so we have a mission. We have to save those people. And the cool thing is that they're highlighted, so we know where to go. Perfect. I love how that just
I thought I was gonna die under there. Oh, thanks for saving me.
Of course. And
Thank you.
one more.
I'll go tell the overseer what you did for me.
I see. Also, I'll try and makeshift it. Like, how do I get up here? Perfect. So now we have that. So let's head on to our way. Again, this is a fairly simple quest. I actually always recommend doing this one if you're in Vanderbilt. If you haven't done it, it's fun, simple, and it gets you started into the little bits of the lore of each individual city and province. Look at the mounts, oh my goodness. So we saw like the little mini pets, but this is the mounts, which is so amazing. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these are good sheets. Super cool. I think next time, once we're done with her, we will make an entirely new character and just kind of have some fun with it. Where is he? Oh, he's already in the palace. Oh, this is gonna get super good. I feel it. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Also, if
Please,
you don't
Vivec.
know, just sit back, relax, and enjoy it, because this is going to get very, very interesting. I think. I'm almost quite positive. It's been a little bit of time, again, as I mentioned, but let's do this.
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivec always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the tribunal. Did you bring the blessing stone?
I have the blessing stone.
Stand over there. In Canon Level's absence, you will form the third corner of our ritual triangle. When you're ready, place the blessing stone, and we'll begin the ritual.
As he says, we shall place the stone and begin our ritual. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
Hear the words of the warrior poet, and reveal the source of Lord Vivec's distress. An Ashlander? A clockwork mage? A Daedric cultist?
Interesting.
Something interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. This is not the events that I was anticipating. So, a little less anticlimactic, but that just means you have to stay tuned for the rest of it, correct? So let's talk to
Between the cryptic warnings of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down.
Something went wrong during the ritual. Did you learn what you had hoped?
We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped.
But there were images in the ritual.
Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god, an energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land.
I don't understand, Lord Vivec.
Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you. The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it.
You're losing divine energy? How is that possible?
To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Levol's ancestor warned us about.
You think an enemy is responsible for your energy loss?
Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarvis in his office, and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual. If not, I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. Go where he tells you, and learn what you can.
I'll talk to Archcanon.
My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated.
I'm not sure Archcanon Tarvis shares your assessments of me.
Yes. While Archcanon Tarvis has always been cautious about ideas and ideologies that didn't originate within the Tribunal. And recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness. At first, I barely noticed the loss of energy. But as I continue to grow weaker, the more it feels like an attack against my person. Besides, the ancestor spirit confirmed that an ancient enemy was to blame. We just need to determine who, before...
Before?
Let us not dwell on disasters to come when we have problems enough to deal with in the here and now. Consult with Archcanon Tarvis and discover the source of this attack. Then we can put an end to it and not worry about what might have been.
What do you mean that your divine energy has diminished?
I've always used my power freely and without detriment. I create the blessing stones, hold the moonlit above the city, and perform 100 miracles a day to benefit my people. I begin to feel the toll this liberal application of divinity costs me.
Do you think you're in danger?
I care little for my own safety, but my people are another matter. Without my power to stop it, the moonlit will crash into the city and kill hundreds, perhaps thousands of innocents. And that would be just the start of Vardenfell's woes.
What does the rest of the tribunal think about all of this?
They always chide me about my flagrant displays of divinity. But so far, I am the only one of the living gods whose power is fading. Almalexia hoards her energy and has barricaded her temple against attack. As for Sothasil...
What about Sothasil?
My brother travels. We have not heard from him for quite some time, but I sense that he remains safe and in possession of his full power. Funny. He always wanted to discover the limits of our divinity. Perhaps I will solve that mystery for him.
Okay, so I think this is a good place to end our little video on. But before I do so, I am going to change out this weapon and go in for this staff because this is just horrible. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not what I want. So let's go ahead and pick the cannon staff of the tribunal. This is going to have our 1096 damage. It's level 4 because that's what level we are. It deals oblivion damage. And I'm so sorry, let me power track to specify. Typically the level of your item, like your weapon that you acquire, is going to be the level of when you acquire it, not the level you are. So it's going to deal oblivion damage based on a portion of the enemy's max health. It deals a maximum of 3,961 oblivion damage, and it increases healing done by 6%. So you can see it's going to increase our spell damage and weapon damage, which was not by much, but I will definitely take it. So, yep, let's do it. Beautiful. And let's just see how it looks. Gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. Let's go outside. And look at that, it matches the armor. Alright, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I just can't say enough of how much I am happy that you are tuning into my videos and watching it. I hope you got the relaxation you needed. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to subscribe, like, or even leave a comment. And thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.